Hey everybody, welcome back to StarsOne. Lots has happened since you were last here. I know this looks dramatically different. I was actually working on some things and kind of walking you through it, was getting that recorded, and after I was done, I realized, you know what, it's pretty boring what I just did. All the stuff I was talking about, trying to figure out if I had the right quantity of materials, there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of math, and I thought, you know what, forget that. We're going to just kind of clean this up and continue on. So basically, I had the various machines down here and really needed to make the Titan plates. And I found that the electrolyzer that I got, which is now up here, cannot handle the Titan stuff. So we had to have new machines, and as it turns out, you have to have an electrolyzer here to take the base powder. Let me just kind of show you that. It's kind of this powder in here. Let me try to get this menu back up, my mouse back. So the powder of titanium dioxide, we have to put that in here, which gets us a refined powder. And that we have to throw into the industrial furnace. And then that gets us the ingots that we need, the Titan ingots. And then those can be pressed into plates. So if I jump into my inventory, you see I've got 18 here. Now, I had to gather a lot of materials to make these three. It took me a while kind of getting everything together. And I had enough materials to make all three of these and then a vehicle factory. The problem was that I needed the Titan plates. I needed quite a few of them, in fact, 115, and I think I've only got 18 right now. The problem I've run into getting to this point is that it's a power issue. You can see that this guy takes, well, I guess you can't see because I'm not doing anything, but this consumes 18. This one is 10, no, this one's like 20, and I think this one might also be 20. But we are currently only outputting 5. Now, if I let the battery fill up as it is now, I can do this. I can make some of those plates, but it burns through the power pretty quick, and I have to take it out and let it charge. So what I've decided to do is to get the geothermal generator, because this is one you can put down on an iron node and it will generate power. I haven't actually seen how much power. Nobody's really mentioned that. It's only come up like once or twice. So I figure I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get it, put it on somewhere, and we'll see how that goes. But I think the idea here, especially based on the cost of this thing, is that it should do pretty well. Now, what you may notice is that I do have enough materials for this. It is, of course, going to eat into the cost of the factory, but the reality is I can't really do much without more power. So I haven't made this yet, and just thought I would kind of bring you guys in here now that I'm at that point. So let's just go ahead and craft this. So we do have it. Now, the next part of this, I want to thank Victor. He left a comment on the previous episode's video and said, hey, Weem, can you do something outside? And I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. I've been cooped up in this thing, gathering all these materials, working all this stuff. You know what? We can do that. I actually went and grabbed some more water. We'll scoop some food and stuff on the way out, but yeah, let's say goodbye to all of this for now and go run around the island a bit, do some exploring, because the reality is with this geothermal generator, I'm going to have to put it on an iron node. And while I do have one, I think that's one there, there's some nearby. If I'm going to end up moving my base, which I kind of want to build a base around it, even if I have to have more power than just that one, I want at least one of those to be inside. And if we found two nodes close to each other, we could build around that. But basically, if I'm going to have to move, I want to find maybe a cool spot for that. So let's go ahead and scoop this stuff up. If I can get that there. Get some bananas. Try to grab these guys. Grab lemons. Just kind of tapping E as I walk along here. Let's check the inventory. How many did I get there? 11. The bananas are pretty good. Pretty good at filling us up. So let's go ahead and head out. Now the sun kind of comes up over in this direction, so we're going to call that east. And I've been around there a bit, but I'm going to go ahead and loop around this side. And I don't think this is too big of an island. I haven't covered the whole thing though, so let's just kind of go over here. Now, I had a little bit of a horrifying experience last night as I was down here refilling the water bottles. I saw one of the alien zombie things, which I'm going to call zombians. I was talking to somebody about that, and I said they're kind of aliens that have become zombies or something, so I'm going to call them zombians. So this zombian was on the shore over there. I was out here with my torch watching him walk towards me slowly, and then he kind of sped up because it was like nighttime or whatever, but he just went straight into the water, and I was like, no, that's horrifying. So anyway, I gathered my water and was going back up towards the base, and I turned around and he was sprinting towards me, so of course I cut him down. But anyway, it was really kind of funny. I was like, oh no, that's creepy. He's like running along the bottom of the water. I actually wanted to go out there and see if I could see him underwater. In fact, one of the things I didn't test, I wanted to see if you could swim underwater with your torch. Is that a thing? It looks like it is a thing, or at least it sounds like it. I can't tell visually, but you can hear it crackling. So anyway, that might be a thing. You might be able to run around underwater and see things at night. But let's go. Okay, so we got one of these guys walking up right here. Now, I think they just kind of spawn in your vicinity. There's just a chance for them, but there's really not many. I've only ever seen one at a time, so I think we're just going to disregard him and keep going. I don't want to get too hung up. Oh, there's another one up on the hill. So I know I've been over to the left a little bit, kind of between those hills over there, but let's go up here. We'll just chop this guy down, because I haven't been up on top of this hill, and I want to see what the view's like. So at this point, I think we're running, with the sun behind us, or base behind us, I think we're essentially running west. Just hit that guy twice. I should probably do the eating and stuff now. Eat a couple of these. We'll drink a water. 2. Eat a lemon, or 2 or 3. That'll work. Okay. So this is kind of cool, like to build a base on kind of a high point like this. I always like the idea of that, but there's not a lot of real estate here, and there's no iron node up here. So we do have one down here, so it is, we could potentially make a base right here, make the floor go around this, and even just kind of level it out over here. This could almost be a basement type area. So that's a possibility. We'll call that option 1. That's option 1. We'll see how many more we can find. I'd like to find iron nodes close enough together that I could get them into one building that I might make. But we'll see. So yeah, I've been on that hill and looked around a little bit. Actually, not to the very top of it. I think that is the tallest mountain here, though. I just ran around it a little bit. So let's cruise. I'm kind of wanting to follow the shore a bit. And I might gather some materials, too, because I think the stone might respawn, but I don't know that for sure. So I figure while I'm out, I might as well grab some. Cruise over here. Oh, that's an ore vein. We can't break that down. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty small island. I've come around the mountain and been on the other side of this little hill right there, and I know that the shore wraps kind of this direction I'm facing, so I think this is actually a very small island. Quite small indeed. I'll probably go up there a little bit to see. This is going to be iron, isn't it? Yep. Stuck a little. Lots of trees. I've been cutting down quite a few, but trying to replant them near the base and everything so I don't have to go too far. Now, this is a larger outcropping of rocks here. One of the things I haven't tested, I was meaning to, was the difference in what you get quantity-wise of materials from a rock like this versus a smaller one. And what I don't know is it could be that some of these are just sunk into the ground, into the terrain a bit, so they look smaller. They might actually all be the same size. So, I just don't know. Okay, so I've been over there. We're just going to wrap around this hill a bit. Okay. Now, there was an update to the game today actually came out. It looked like it was just some minor fixes, though, including not all worlds spawning with cotton. And while I haven't looked around, somebody had said it's just hard to see. I have a feeling that I'm not getting cotton in this world because I have looked. You can see we've now wrapped around that hill. So you can see this is definitely not very big. We got another zombie walking our way there. But yeah, I don't think I have cotton at all. Somebody was suggesting you turn down the graphics to kill the grass and then it sticks out because it's its own resource, but I haven't tried that. But I did look around for a while one day and didn't see anything, so. Now it looks like there's an iron up top here, or a stone, one or the other. I haven't been all the way up here. So, let's see. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. You guys could let me know in the comments. Any of you have picked this up. Let me know you are thinking so far, having tried it. If you're excited to see more, things like that. A lot of people telling me this definitely looks to them to be, you know, a game that's kind of a combination of a few others, particularly the two I've mentioned, Empyrion and Rising World. I definitely get that vibe. Not to say that the developer was, you know, looking at those two. He may not have even seen those games before, but it's just the feel I get. I think you can actually walk up some pretty steep edges. I think this might be too steep right here. Let's do a little test. I like to test things out too. Nope, we can walk up that. Okay. Now, I've been over here. No, these are iron. So these two are pretty close together. So if we did a base along the water, that could definitely be a thing right there. I do like being near water. Alright, we're going to call that option 2. I like that. That's a good option. I think that's the only case of 2 irons that we've seen that close together as well. So pretty much I've been on just on the other side of this rock over there, this hill. So once I get up here, I've pretty much seen everything. It's definitely very small. Ooh, we'll just jump up here. There we go. You can jump very high in this game. Another zombie in walking our way. My life is okay. It takes 2 hits. You typically will hit me once. Okay, I don't know if we get close enough and then back away. There we go. There we go. No problem. We'll just go to the high point here and take a look around. Okay, so we have the iron node there. I think there's one behind the trees that we can't see. That is odd out there. Huh. It's an odd reflection. It makes me think something's out there that might be beyond the view distance or something, but I didn't think that was the case. Maybe I'll make the swim out one day and see if there's anything to be found. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I've been around the other side over there too, so yeah, we got those 2 options, option 1, option 2. I'm going to think about that a minute, and then we'll decide something. Okay, we've made it back to base as the sun is going down. Done a nice little loop. I did go double check back over out there at the edge, the peninsula out there, and yeah, I think what we'll do is go with option number 2. I like the idea of having 2 iron nodes next to each other, so basically over at that coast. And we've got those 2 iron nodes and we can be by the water. I think that'll be pretty cool. I did just die, in case you're wondering how all my meters got filled up. I came back over here and saw a guy walking towards me and alt-tabbed and didn't get back fast enough. So anyway, we are back here and I think we need to move. I think I need a lot more room to do what I want to do. So we will, I think I'll probably tear everything down off the roof, grab all the roof stone, maybe some of the wood from around here, and go get a platform started over there. So maybe the next time I bring you back, I'll have at least that platform down and some of the stuff back in. Okay, I've got quite a bit of platform laid down. You can see I actually have the geothermal generator set on one of the nodes. A couple steps down. I'll make some actual stairs for this at some point, but that's kind of the blocks surrounding this one, and then I placed it up here and built around it so I knew where I could have blocks and where I couldn't, and that's worked out well. And then I've got the distributor of energy here. You can see that the sum power sources is 100, so we're getting 100 from this. It's pretty good. And also, I was doing some experimenting here, and the block that this guy is on, granted he's kind of in a half block, I'm realizing now, but I was able to get as far as this block out here, power, and that was 9 out, so that means that I know I can kind of build around in this area and power a lot of things, and know that, hey, as long as I place it down in here, I'm going to be reaching the distributor for these 2. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is build the blocks around and make this kind of a round-ish platform. It's probably going to be more like a semicircle. It might be flat in the back and then kind of round out here and then right back around. I'm thinking I'll probably do the platform I'm on here forward, so we'll be elevated above this thing, but it'll have stairs down, just down into this. I'm going to call it a room, even though there's not really like any more blocks other than what go around it, but you know what I mean. We got to make it look like it's getting, you know, maintenance so somebody can get down there. So, so that's the plan, is that we kind of center this guy and build out from it. But obviously, I have a lot more to do. I did make some more blocks just now. I was experimenting by placing the pressing over here, the press machine, and seeing if it was powered or not based on, you know, its location. So things were powered out to this point. So I'll like I said, I'm gonna go match the other side and wrap this around and get this all set up. But I am gonna have to make some more of these blocks in particular, I think, because I think I do want to do these as the floor on the inside, something like that. I think that could be cool. So if we are 2 out on that side, we can go 2 out this way as well. Of course, I'll have to make some more blocks. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll make some more of these blocks and fill out the rest of this level that I'm on, and maybe even do the extensions out on each side of this guy. We'll see what things are looking like at that point. Okay, well, it's coming together here. I started using some wood as trim just so I could get some more stone out of this. I ran out of stone here. I think I've got some more back at the base. I just didn't want to run over there. But You actually can collect it from the node as well. It's just very slow. You get maybe 3 at a time, 2, I think even 1 sometimes, maybe not, but anyway, I was doing this a little bit to at least get a few stones off of here. You can see 4 in the bottom left. So anyway, we're definitely getting dark, and I'll probably just run back to the base to scoop things up, but I thought I would bring you back in here and show you how the trim is working out, how I'm doing the floor. I do want to keep things symmetrical. Of course, this being, you know, off-center doesn't quite work. But because of the way I wrapped it around here, and because of where the center of the power is, I wanted the building to be centered on the main power distributor, which is right there. So that means that the building is obviously sticks out to the left a bit more because this guy's not centered. So anyway, I think that's okay though. Just down on this floor, it's going to be this way. I like the idea of coming downstairs here and having this all be windows along here, all along the front of this, just tall too. So when you're up at the top, when you are like standing up here, it's just all glass out here. You know, we're talking like this is just 2 blocks tall. So I'm thinking, you know, like 7, 8 blocks tall of glass before you get to the roof. So that whole floor just has a big glass wall there. I think that would be pretty cool. We need a lot of glass for that. We've got some, but yeah, I think what I need to do is run back to the base, and maybe we'll pick it up in the morning. I'll bring you right back here when the sun is up, and we'll see just how far I've progressed at that point. Okay, we have daylight once again. I've actually wrapped this place with the blocks here to kind of set walls in, so we're looking pretty good here. Now, I was looking at windows, they're pretty expensive. They use a lot of the small iron parts, so I'm kind of thinking twice about that because I would much rather use those parts in making the vehicle factory essentially. So the more windows I make, the longer it takes me to get to the other stuff, but I don't know. I like messing with that kind of stuff too, but there you go. That's the look, and it's not, you know, it's not entirely done yet. I've got some filler stuff to do down here. I don't really like things to be floating like this. You'll especially see it here. So I've got to get some walls, you know, to kind of bring this down to the ground level, make it look like it's actually sturdy and not just floating. But I think we're getting close to having the kind of foundation down again. If I could keep the game from getting minimized here. Let me do that. When I Alt-Tab and I come back, sometimes my mouse goes off screen. But there we go. Let's see. We got this in kind of a T-like thing here. I guess we'll just bring it to that point for now. And then we'll do some stairs right here. We'll come down. I haven't made those just yet. I thought I could do some stone stairs, but it doesn't look like those are options. Looks like you can do wood and then concrete. So I'll have to make some concrete stairs. But yeah, there we go. I really like these kind of balconies right here. I would probably do glass up here as well. Kind of a cool look. And I wrap this around the back side a little bit more. Probably put a door here. Unfortunately, the door occupies 1 block, and we are an even number width here based on how we circle around these guys. So the door, in other words, has to be on the left or right side. Is it just raining? Yeah, it's starting to rain. So anyway, I won't really be able to center that, which is unfortunate. Now, I thought, well, you know, I could bring the blocks out, you know, to here, something like this, and then you can do walls kind of like this, and then you can have the door here and one on the other side so that you come in, and that way you keep the symmetrical thing going. I might do that. In fact, I'll probably just leave this here for now, something like this. Kind of remind myself that I'm thinking about doing that. Who am I kidding? This is what I'm going to do. I want things symmetrical as best I can. So anyway, I think we're going to leave it at that as the rain starts coming in. I've got obviously a lot more to do here, walls and everything. Probably by the next time you guys come in here, the next episode, I will have much of this wrapped up because we've already done the base building on the other side. I'm not really sure how into that you guys are watching more base building, but you guys can let me know in the comments if you'd like. I would certainly appreciate it. If I see them before I record, I can take that into consideration and decide whether I should just skip all the building or bring you guys back in here to do more. But as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time.